Think we're here. I think we're here. Guten Morgen. There we are. We are here. Thank you, Facebook. Get the link out. And head over to the page where we are. So today is February 25th, and the prompt is a surprise heart art prompt. Because we don't know yet. Well, go away, whatever you are. There's nothing happening here. Because you didn't push the right button, Lindsay. Okay. Where are we? There we are. Found us. Found us. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing this fine morning? A Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have a lot of days without my honey bunches of oats. What shall I do? Nothing. I'm going to do nothing. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Mina. I'm going to go shopping one day. Like shopping. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Tammy. I don't ever go shopping. Like just walk around and shop. I never do that. Who does that? Do people really still do that? But I am going to go shopping at small independent stores. I think I might even take a ride to Dixon, to my favorite scrapbooking store. I'm thinking. I mean, that's a long drive, but it does sound like fun. I'm thinking about it. Hi, Susie. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Sandy. Who'd I miss? Hi, Shirley, Dieta, Tammy, Ellen, another Cindy, Beatrice. Happy day, everybody. Hi, Shari. All right, let's get started. It's shameless plug time. Enough about Lindsay talking about her shopping trips. Creatorofcuteness.com is where you can find all the magic. It's the website where all the books are, the collage elements, the classes, the burnishing sticks, the watercolors, the whatever you can think of. Crazy but true. And by March 1st, there will be a retreat there as well. Because March 1st at 10 a.m. is when the retreat goes for sale. And it's only going to be for sale for a couple minutes. I can tell you that. Because I have seven spots to sell. And Anne has 6 spots to sell. That was a flip of a coin. Anyway, so Creator of Cuteness is the website. First thing to talk about is what's happening on Friday. It's the 28th, and that means it is the Creative Book Club, the next chapter, which is the 5th session. The way this works is when you sign up for it, you get 4 meetings per session. It's $30 for the session, so you get January, February, March, and April. Then you'll have to sign up for the 6th session. I have no idea where that will take place. If it's going to be on Facebook or YouTube or Vimeo or Teachable or Rizuku or God only knows where yet, but that's the plan. So this Friday, we are having Creative Book Club. We did this one at the very beginning of the month. This was our No Excuses art journaling book. And this is the No Excuses art journaling book, which look at, that is just, where is this? This was November, December, January, and February. This is only 4 months worth. This book's either going to be huge or I may have to do several books. but this was February. We always do a word of the month. We did these cutest little envelopes with little love letters in them. So cute. We did that. We did our card peaks. So cute. Am I not front and center? There we go. Is that better? We do our beginning page with our color chart and our washi tape and our words. We did well, this wasn't part of it, but I had an extra page, so I had to do something. Then I did an envelope here with a pull-out page that has some personal journaling on it that I'm not going to share with the world. Another quote here on the front of my envelope. And then we do our collage peaks or collage. I think it's just a collage page. Anyway, I love doing this so much. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but it really does start my month off in a really good way. Um, so that is the first part of the book club. The second part of the book club is where we choose a book of our choice. This one is for March. The one for February is currently by my bedside. I have got so many post-it notes in that book. There's so much we could learn from it, and I'm just going to choose a couple of things that go together. Because we won't be able to do all the book. This book is the same kind of book. It's got some really intricate folded books in it. It's just super fun. The gal is really talented with her folds. So it's called The Art of the Fold. That is for March. And I think for April, I'm going to choose Heidi Swap's Love Your Lettering or Love Your Handwriting or something book. I can't remember what it's called, but I am excited to do it. Then Journal Play Day. We just had Journal Play Day. Journal Play Day is where we create a journal each month. You get artwork from me each month, and then we play in the journal. The idea for this month's Journal Play Day is that we will be using our prompts for the month of March. In my Journal Play Day book, you guys can use whatever you want. You could do this on scraps of paper. You could do it in a journal. You could do it in your Rolodex cards. You could do it for your 100-day project. You know what? If you guys did something every day with me here in the morning, that could be your 100-day project. I started mine yesterday. Oh, and I should get that to show you. Let me go grab that. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So these are our March prompts, and we're going to do them, or I'm going to do them in my March journal, which is this here. And I'm going to be using these frames that I drew for everybody. They are currently available on my website, and they are in white, and then what do you call this? Coffee dyed. And this coffee dyed one, when I printed it, came out really green, which is really cool. I added some color to this one. I added some color to this one, but I haven't finished yet. So let me show you those frames. Because what I thought would be cool is like, let's just say this one here. I love this one. Oh, let's just say we use this frame for our very first day, which is coming up on Monday. So it's Yayoi Kusama, and we are doing her flower vase. And I thought how fun it would be to do artwork inside of the frame. So some of them you can cut like this and put a white card behind. And some of them we can just use the coffee dyed ones and do it directly on that. Or you could glue something on the top of the frame. I mean, there's lots of choices. So let me show you exactly what you get with the frames, because I cut mine out already, being an overachiever. You get 2 of these large frames. You get 4 of the small frames, both in black and white and in coffee dyed. So your coffee dyed ones come in 2 shades. This one looks almost the same. but I scanned it and did one a little darker and one a little lighter. I don't know if you can see the difference, but in person you can. So you get two of those. Then you get two of these. And I am so sorry. Sometimes when I scan, I don't get it all the way down to the edge. And this one especially, because this was so warped even after I dried it. So this came out as a little divot here, but it doesn't matter because you cut them out. Let me find that one. You cut it out like this. So this shadow line doesn't matter. And most of the times, if I screw up and that shadow line is there, it doesn't matter because you're going to cut everything out, you know? But I apologize for it. It's there and nothing I can do about it. So this one came out a little better with a lighter and a darker. Okay. So these are $7.50 for those two, these two, and these two. Okay. So if you want to play along and do what I'm doing, you can purchase the fancy frames. They are not in the collage elements section, you guys. Do you know there's other sections of my website? There's one called journal elements. These are considered journal elements. So I hope you grab them because look how cute they're going to be. We'll use them in this book. And we can put it here. We can put a name under there. We could put this right in the center. We could put it down here and do a quote up here. I mean, there's so much we can do with these. This one could go this way or this way. I tried to do long ones so that they would fit this way. I mean, they're just really going to be fun. This is probably my favorite. And that might be the very first page. Can you see the colored pencil I did around the edge? And I'm going to add white dots to it for Yaya Katsuma. Yaya Kasuma. I don't know. Anyway, those are a bargain, $7.50. And then you own them. For sure you own those. Nobody can take that away from you because once you download it and you save it, it's yours forever, you know? It's not like Facebook can take it away from you. Then let me show you this. I showed this yesterday. This is my 100-day project because I have all these quotes here that we haven't used. And I thought this is the perfect spot to use them for the 100-day challenge. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is where my husband bought this from. The Vintage Goose, the Village Goose. Vintage Letterpress Creations. Huh. I didn't know that was in there. Oh, but I have it going the wrong direction. So I love these books because they're dated 1 through whatever the numbers are. This one goes up to 150, I think. I love the dated books like that. They're just so fun. Can you see the dates? I have like a weird glare. Anyway, love the dated books. For some reason, this old paper acts like butter. I can't even explain it to you. But when you watercolor and you write on it, it's the best paper in the world. So I used this Jane Fonda quote. My dad hated Jane Fonda. But this may get a little political. It is my book. I won't be sharing it here with everybody. But I don't know if that's political or not. But my kids say this word all the time. And I had to look it up one time to know what it means. And I love Jane Fonda's take on it. I use the outside of that heart that we had in, well, this heart, the outside. And look how fun this would be if you cut this out and made like a little flap here. But I'm not going to. And then I used the Joni Mitchell quote out of here. I pulled the Joni Mitchell quote out. Weird because I was looking for it because one of you guys used it on your page yesterday and I wanted to use it, but it was the very first one I pulled out. Kind of crazy. So the art of creativity is to keep a good heart. And this doesn't take me very long to do. So I'm going to do 100 days of quotes in my book. And I'm really excited to use it. All right. So last but not least, before we get started is don't forget this coming Saturday, This coming Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is my time, I will be posting, and so will Ann Scott, our retreat. So it's at the Whatever Craft House in Newton, Kansas. It's from September 11th through the 14th. I think we said $800. It includes accommodations and all the food. Accommodations, all the food, and all the classes for $800. That's a steal. Because I've looked at other classes there and they're definitely over $1,000. So all you have to do is get your butt there and we'll have everything else for you. Well, except for like your own pens and your glue and your scissors, some basic supplies. But that's the plan. So if you are interested in coming to this, get ready for Saturday because it's coming quick. All right, here we are. I'm going to pick, I have 3 left in here, it looks like 25, 26, 27. Oh, I'm missing one. I must have pulled it out or something. I'm just going to choose this one. String O Hearts. Oh, that's fun. That's what our prompt is. And it's going to go on this card here. This is what we ended up with yesterday, right? I changed spots. I'm going to write the word inspire over here. I have create over here. And then these just get 1, 1, and 1. We're not going to use the pockets unless I choose to, in which case I certainly can. Let's pick up a quote. Creativity is contagious, pass it on. I think that's a good one, right? For that, let's just choose one more to see what I come up with. Let's pull 2 and then make a decision between the both of them. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Albert Einstein. And this is Albert Einstein. So we'll choose this one. All right. So string of hearts and creativity is contagious, pass it on. So a string of hearts to me is going to be a string up here. And then we're going to have hanging hearts. I hope you can see the pencil line. I'm going to come down even further. Oh, sorry. Sorry when it hops like that. My friend Joanne Sharp, Joanne Fink had dangles in one of her Zentangle books, and the string of hearts is one of her claims to fame. In fact, let me look at that really quick. I haven't seen her. Joanne Fink Heart Dangles. Let's see what hers looks like. Oh yeah, hers are totally different than mine. Yeah, but she has them up on a pole like this, and then her hearts are completely different looking than mine. Anyway, Pat says, I'm doing the 100-day art junk journal translated. Anything goes, just get it in the book. That's my plan. It's the same. We're going to put one here. I want it to be full. There's a big one. They don't all have to be the same size either. It will be kind of fun if you vary them. So there's a long, skinny one. Here's a fat one up top. And then we can have one coming behind here. And I think that is plenty of hearts. Do you think? I think that's plenty. So then let's get our quote in here. Creativity is contagious. How should I do this? I think waves. Today, our topic to discuss, talk amongst yourselves, Our topic to discuss is will and trust. And I'll tell you why. Um, there are several things that I did not know that my brother had going in his life. And of course, he didn't have a will or a trust because, the government would be able to find him if he did. Um, so I have been working tirelessly to get that stuff transferred over to us or my kids, or I don't even care. I just don't want it to go to the government. Um, so can I just tell you how important a will and a trust is for those of you guys that don't have one? We have an attorney here in Grass Valley, California, where I live, that was able to do our will and our trust uh, for under $5,000. I'll just put it that way. So you don't have to pay a ton. It is super important if you own a property or a house or a retirement fund or any type of financial account, a car, um, let's just say firearms, like 24 of them, uh, anything that you want to go to somebody, it's kind of important to have a will and a trust, right? So let me tell you where I'm going with this. Number one, you should get a will and a trust. We've already established that. Number two, my nephew has a girlfriend at this moment who he's not totally in love with. I'm not going to say anything bad, but I am going to say I'm not sure he cares that deeply for her. I think he feels obligated to her at this point. Um, Her mother passed away yesterday. He's been with this girl for the last 3 months. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law moved to Northern California, and he stayed in Southern California with this girl and her mom. And her mom ended up with stage 4. I can't remember what kind of cancer. I'm sorry. I know I sound like I don't care, but I've had too many people with cancer and dying lately. I do care. I just have become numb, I guess, to any kind of death and dying. So she passed away yesterday. Her house is a hoard. You know what a hoarder house is? Um, she passed away, and there's a hoarder house left. My nephew and this girl that he is, as my mom would say, shacking up with, have lived there in her house for a long, long time. Well, 3 months, but I think this girl's lived there longer, her daughter. The woman did not have a will or a trust. Their rent is up, or the mother's rent is up, March 1st, which is Saturday. From what my sister-in-law tells me, the house is a hoarder house. So now her mom has just passed away. They didn't start her car for over 3 months. Let me just tell you this. You do have to start your car every now and then or it won't start. So now the battery's dead. They have nowhere to go. She didn't have a will or a trust. So she had her husband, who died years ago. Her husband's sister has power of attorney over her. So at least the sister-in-law will be able to take care of some stuff. But this girl and my nephew, God love him, they just don't know what to do. You know, they are, I don't want to say dumb, but they are taken care of very well by their parents, and they never really grew up to understand growing up. Fast forward to some friends that I have, or people that I know, I guess I should say, who are in their 40s and their 50s and still don't have a will and trust, and they own property, they own a house, they own a car, They own things that they love of value. And all that is just going to go bye-bye if you don't have a will and trust or somebody to fight for your shit. There I go. On my soapbox, I am cussing. So, just as I finished up with my parents' stuff, I am fighting for my brother's stuff. And nobody else in my family is allowed to die. Not under my watch. Because I have become the voice of reason for people that have died, and I don't like it. I must say. I am done. So, after lengthy conversations yesterday with a lawyer, I hope I am almost at the finishing point for my brother's stuff, but you know. And it's also not fun when you're really not close to somebody. You feel like you're stealing, or I feel like I'm stealing. But what's the option? The option is it just fades away into nothingness. And I don't want that. That's not cool. Also, we've talked about emergency contacts, but I will do it again since my daughter just moved all her stuff into a storage unit. You should A, have several keys made, have them labeled correctly so that somebody can get into your storage unit if you pass away. And B, you should have beneficiaries on the paperwork for your whatever you call it, whatever I called it. My sound is all the way up. I'm just going to double check. Yes, my sound is all the way up, so it's got to be on your end. So that's my soapbox for the day. I am done soapboxing. Just take care of your stuff. You worked your whole life for it. You don't want it to just disappear into oblivion. If you don't have anybody, do not put me down for a beneficiary. I think I told you, maybe I didn't tell you this yet. So I ran into a friend the other day at Home Goods, which I don't ever go to, and I'm going again today. And a friend of hers passed away, and she left she left her husband her name to take care of the lady who passed away's stuff. She ended up with an entire U-Haul full of craft supplies that 90% of them have not been used. She said 90% of them are dies and die cut machines, which is why I don't believe in dies or die cut machines. I believe in drawing and doodling and cutting stuff out of paper and magazines. Use what you have. Die cuts, like let's just say you buy a Christmas tree die cut. You're going to use it 1 year on your Christmas cards, and then you're going to want a Santa the next year, and then you're going to want reindeer, and you're going to end up with so many dies. It's ridiculous, but that's just my opinion on how to spend your money. But this gal now has to sell all this stuff because her friend left it to her, and the monies will go back to this lady's son and children who are not destitute but not in good shape. So this gal has to have sales with this other woman's stuff and then give the money to somebody else. I'm sorry. Ay vey. So that's my soapbox, and I am off of it now. If you have anything of value, please get a will and trust. Please make somebody your beneficiary. Please make it known. Please get it notarized. Please take care of yourself. Right? Like my kids, so you guys will just be hopeful that this happens before you pass away. My kids know that they're supposed to open up my craft room, take everything I have, it's in my will, take everything I have to a celebration of life and anybody who wants it can have it. And I keep thinking, and I know I've talked about this before, and every time somebody I know passes away, I tell this story. Why don't we have a celebration now for ourselves before we pass away? What am I holding on to all these journals for? I have no freaking clue. My kids don't want them. What are they going to do with them all? I mean, they might want one or two, but why don't we have a celebration where people come? Oh, oh, Debbie, you are preaching to your choir and my choir. Debbie says, even with a will and trust, being the executor is no fun. It would be so much easier if I was an only child. Oh, hell yeah. And Denise says, I worked for AccuCut. I have a ton of machines and dies. I made a good living selling them at my quilt shop. I worked for AccuCut, designing dies. Do I have one of them? Oh, heck no. I don't want any. Anyway, wouldn't it be good to have a celebration now? A celebration of life. There should be celebrations of life for the living. That's my opinion. And if you wanted to give stuff to people, give it to them and watch them cry and say they loved you and thank you so much. You know what I mean? And kind of like a Dean Martin roast. Do they still do roasts? And people could get up and speak about you and you'd be there to hear it. That's what I want. And I think the only way you would get something like that, because most people would think you're gross, is if you did it yourself. But I'd like to give away half of what's in my craft room, if not all of what's in my craft room, and let somebody just take it and enjoy it. I do these journals with you like this, like this. What am I going to do with this when I'm done? I do it for myself. I enjoy it. And then it sits on a shelf. All right. I'm sorry. I'm kind of preachy today. Here's the good news. We always end on a high note. Not that we're ending. I finished downloading all of our class videos. Yay. So all of my paid for classes are downloaded. Now I have to figure out how to upload them to someplace. My friend Michelle at Michelle Makes Art has figured out how to do her videos, and that makes me happy. So she's in the process of downloading all of hers. My friend Rebecca is downloading all of hers. So next I'm going to here on this page, our free page, and I'm going to download as many of the old ones as possible that are kind of cool. But there are thousands, so I won't be downloading them all. And I think the ones that are free on this page, pre-YouTube, will be put on YouTube immediately. Like I'm going to download it and immediately put it on YouTube. I'm not going to save it. Pat says, ladies, check out the gentle art of Swedish death cleaning. It's a project of love indeed. Yeah, I haven't ever checked that out, but somebody told me about it. Maybe it was you, Pat. Somebody told me about it a while ago. So anyway, that's what I'm doing this week. My husband left. I bought a bag of potato chips. How do you spell Einstein? Einstein. I'm just going to be working on videos all week long. Rebecca says she's done with hers. I don't think anybody has as many as me. I don't know any other artists that do a free class every single solitary day of the week. Nobody. Just crazy old Lindsay. Because every other artist just wants to make money with their art. I don't. I just have to do it, or I feel sick to my stomach all day long if I can't get it out, you know? Oh, wait. I think I want to try this. Hold on. I haven't done this for a long time. We're going to take, and it's hard because I shake now. We're going to fill in these lines here with lines. I probably should have done this to begin with. Do these lines. I don't want them to go through the Y. Sorry, I can't think and draw lines at the same time, apparently. This is a lettering that takes a lot of time, but it's super cute when you're done. Lana says, big birthday parties are celebrations of life. Yeah, well, then get rid of your stuff at your birthday party. Don't ask for gifts. I am telling you what, my husband's gone, and if I didn't think he would divorce me, I would go through his closet while he was gone. I would go through his garage while he was gone and get rid of some of his SHIT stuff. His SHIT stuff. All right, let's color the hearts first. Hi, Veronica. I was just thinking about you. How's Asa? Pat says forever to potato chips. That's funny. I agree. Life is so much better with potato chips. I don't want to do these in rainbow order either. And I kind of want to use mostly purples and blues. So let's just start purples, blues, and greens. What else can I tell you? I didn't do anything yesterday, so I don't really have much to talk about in the way of stuff that went on during the day. Denise said, oh no, it would be grounds for divorce. I will never do that because you can't even close my husband's closet drawers. I can't even put away his laundry for him. He has to put it away himself because he'll shove it in a corner somewhere of his closet and then shut the door really fast and run the other way, you know? Doreen says, I went to a funeral where they put the women's crafts. Hold on. Put the women's crafts. Why can't I get rid of that? On a table for the guests to take. Yep, that's what we're going to do that for my daughter's mother. I guess my daughter-in-law's mom, who just passed away. We're going to do that for her because she just was the sweetest woman. I just can't get over the loss of her. And she was a Buddhist, and she did some beautiful mixed media type stuff. And so I think I'm going to recommend that we do that with her stuff so everybody can. She was working on a beautiful large piece that she said was going to take her years. She bought an old frame at a vintage store and then took whatever was in the frame out of the frame and used like a mat board or something to put, like if somebody sent her a card, she would pull. I just made a big mess here. There we go. She would pull the envelope or something from the card that somebody gave her. She would pull that out and put it on this in this beautiful art piece. And I'm going to recommend that we continue that at her memorial. She's Buddhist and she is friends with the monks who were just here from Tibet. And they did a Buddhist blessing for her. It took like 35 minutes, I guess. Oh, let's read about Asa. Veronica said, Asa is great in school and learning to read. He asked about you the other day. He said, how's my friend? You know, the artist. Oh my God, I love that. Asa, you kill me, buddy. This is going to mix with the purple and it'll be really cool. I love the ones that mix together. Maybe one more. This one. Make it pretty watery so that when I do this top heart, it'll mix with the green heart. Man, that's watery. There they mixed. They touched and mixed. Now we need another purple. It's not very different. Having a hard time keeping in the lines here with this purple one. Let's add some weird blue to it, maybe. That's cool. Trying to add some different colors in these so they're not just one color. All right. We are so almost done. Not really. The hard part is going to be all this down here. And I think we'll use colored pencils, but I'm not sure yet. I'm having a hard time staying in the lines for all of this. Oh well, what can you do? Let's try some white. These pearly whites. Oh, the shark bites with his teeth, dear, and he leaves them pearly white. Isn't that the song? Ooh, I love the pearlies in there. Oh man, they're just really doing some cool stuff. Kind of like alcohol ink and rubbing alcohol when you put it in something, it just kind of changes. I hope you can see it. Really fun. Okay, I think I love this and I don't want to do anything else to it. Lines are overrated, Shirley said. That's funny. All right, so first thing I want to do is get my pencils. So I'm gonna do the same kind of colors, the blues and the greens and the purples. Let's take out my purples. I do have a pink here that's kind of purpley. Oh, that almost got into the color. And then I got greens and blues ready to go. So we'll just start with a blue here. And you could use whatever you have. I just think it'd be fun to use. I haven't done a whole lot with colored pencil recently. Kind of miss it. See where I'm coloring, not just in the interior of each letter, but where the edge stops there, if that makes sense. Sorry that the camera's bouncing. See if I can come a little bit more at an angle. I think you can see it okay, right? And this does take a long time, but it's well worth it in the end. If you have very dark colors, you don't want to color really hard. You want to let the dark colors kind of show through, otherwise you're going to lose your ability to read the letter. So with colored pencils, if you start by coloring light and then you get darker and darker, or harder and harder, I guess I should say, you'll get different colors. Different, not colors, but different gradations of that color. But it is very satisfying at the end. And man, my hearts are pretty. That's purple. Does not belong in there. But I guess we're headed to purple now. Have you guys ever done this before? I've done it before here, but it's been a long time, so I don't know if we've done it in a project. It's kind of a pink, but more of a purple. And normally I would take more time and sharpen my pencils, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. That name of that Swedish book again, Anne, or who shared that? Who shared that Swedish book? Oh, see, that's really dark. It was The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, I think. Oh, well. That's pretty dark. Just going to get all my pencils out. So, what's everybody doing today? I think I've made a decision about our prompts for January, February, March, April. I haven't looked at them yet, but I'm thinking, wouldn't it be fun to use a deck of cards to do our work on? And then when we're done, we would have this deck of cards that we could make a little box for or something. But I thought, like, a lot of people have a deck of playing cards, and the cards, like, you'll lose one or two, and then you have this deck of cards that doesn't have a full deck. You know, not playing with a full deck. You know that saying. Anyway, I thought that'd be kind of fun. I don't know how you feel, but I'm thinking that will be our... So start looking for an old deck of cards for April. Because I've seen a lot of artists recently using decks of cards to create new decks of art. Tina is baking cookies. Surprise. I think there's not, if there was a day where Tina wasn't baking cookies, I would be very surprised. Tina bakes cookies every day for the kids at church. Tina is a good human. I think it's for kids at church, right, Tina? I don't think you drive around town and pass out cookies. I wish I hadn't gone horizontally with this because you can still see the lines. I have another frog in my throat this morning because I didn't really talk to my husband today. He was, you know how sometimes people get very nervous about doing something that they're really excited about doing? That's where he was this morning. He felt like he didn't want to go. He didn't feel like something bad was going to happen because he does have kind of an intuition for stuff like that sometimes. He just didn't want to leave me. And that made me sad because he normally has a lot of fun playing with his little cars. But he didn't want to go this time. His stamina still isn't very good from being sick for a month. So, pencil sharpener. Veronica says I have a 7x9 set of cards. Yeah, but is it a full deck? You don't want to wreck your cards. You want to find an old deck of cards. Uh-oh. Look, I got a little blue dot right there. Oh, well. What are we going to do? If I had clean water, I could try to get rid of it, but I do not have clean water. So we just have to live with our little mistakes. I get to have cereal for breakfast. I mean, for dinner. I love when he goes away because I feel like I can eat whatever I want. Isn't that dumb? He probably feels the same way when I go away. He's like, oh, thank God. Thank God she's gone for a few minutes. Oh, no. Isn't that cool? Do you guys like this kind of lettering like this? Dieta says Dollar Tree has new bicycle decks for $1.25. Nice. I'm telling you, thrift store though, thrift store. I'm gonna go with this light purple and do the same thing with this background, but I'm gonna go vertically with my coloring instead of horizontally. And then I'm gonna fill in the thickening up parts with another color. We're gonna go all the same just because it takes forever to do this lettering. I'm gonna use my favorite blue pencil. It's from Faber-Castell. I don't know what the color is, but I call it periwinkle. Maybe I'll color this part first. And I love this color. I'm not a big blue person, but this has definitely got some purple in it. Thrift store used, wait, Anne says thrift store used cards are easier to alter. Yeah, because they've been handled. The new ones, sometimes you have to sand them down. But I don't think we've ever done an altered deck of playing cards here. I did one time with a 52 deck, and I wrote 52 reasons why I love my husband. That was not easy. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know what he did with it. I wonder where that is. I don't think I have it. I have to ask him when he gets home. I gotta tell you what, though, my stuff will be easier to get rid of than my husband's stuff. Can I say collections? He has so many collections. He has books on a bookshelf from high school that I don't think he's touched since high school. Like history books. Um, he loves the Old West, so there's a bunch of Old West books. The other day we got rid of all of our old video cameras. We had like 3 of them. You know, that giant one. Remember that one first? Then there was a smaller one, and then there was a really little one. But he didn't want to get rid of any of them. He's like, what if someday we need these? I'm like, we don't need these. We have to get rid of them. We have to. He could save everything. He and my son are pack rats. Okay. Loving this. I'm going to do one bright pink heart here. Then we're going to go, look how pretty the hearts are. I hope you can see them. That white in there just was really cool. I might splatter this whole thing with gold when we're done here. I don't know yet. I just don't know. We're going to start on this side with purple because we went the other direction last time. Debbie says, oh, don't even get me started on my husband's book collection. Out of control. Each book he's read is like a trophy for him. That's my daughter's books, Debbie. Same thing for her. She collects books and reads them. And then when we moved her, she had 4 boxes of books. I'm like, Bailey, you've read the book. Get rid of it. That was my dad. He had every Louis L'Amour book. Do you know who Louis L'Amour is? Western writer. He had every one of his books. Sue Grafton, every one of her books. I'm not a reader, so what do I know? I know very little. But my daughters and my buddy Karen are reading these dragon books now, and the 4th one just came out. And my one daughter just bought a dragon necklace because of these books. I don't know. Denise says we are the same with our stuff. That is a very true fact. I don't have that many collections. I do have kind of a weird collection of bowls. I love bowls, but I use them. Not all of them. I certainly could thin the herd. I love my bowls. I have a heart collection of hearts. I don't know what else. I can't think right now. I have a moose collection, a rabbit collection. I started collecting bottle brush trees last Christmas. So now I have a bottle brush tree collection. It is a little ridiculous, I must say. I must say, I need help. Trying to think what else I collect. Not much. Oh, I'm sure there is much, but I just can't think of it. I am loving this. Loving. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Hang on. We're going to try to pick some of that up. It's not going to work, but we're going to try. I'm just going to smear the whole thing. Oh, well. It is what it is. Now we have a light blue background. It's going to go into purple. Ah. I'm just going to pick up all these colors and float them. Everybody float. What can you do? I almost just did it again. Uh, wish I could fix that right in there. It's not pulling up with even clean water. Oh well, the best laid plans. So I'll just finish this up by floating some colors. Purples are too dry to float. I guess I could add color, but I don't really want to do that. Dang nabbits, Lindsay. Just turns into something different. Can't fall in love with something too much and then stick your finger in it and ruin the whole thing. I got some colors floating here. Just picking up some color. This one's really dry over here. Okay, well, you know, it just turned into turned into something else. I'm not even looking at the clock. Because this all has to get finished. So I'm just going to finish it. Man, oh man. I was coloring really nice earlier. Now I'm just going for it. I'm going to put these pencils away. That's the problem. Oh no. Oh no. Things just keep sliding into it. That's how we learn to just get by with other things. One thing leads to another. Oh, that's a pretty purple. Get rid of all these things that made a big mess. Big messes. All right, so because we had to float all those colors, I think I'm going to float some more down here. Just some water and color. We'll get a little more up here. So it doesn't look like I made a mistake, which I did. It's this little part that's bugging me. The rest of it doesn't bother me. But let's float some color at the top. And I am going to have to hit it with a heat tool because I want to fill in these little spots up here. Okay. Donna says, oh, Veronica says, the problem is now I find myself bringing educational items for the great grandchildren. We have 6 new grandbabies coming this year. Holy cow. That's awesome. Well, the hearts are really pretty. The floating of the color, not so much. And I'm not sure if I like the colored pencil with the watercolor, but you know, it doesn't matter. Let's dry this top part up here. It's a live and learn situation. I do love the colors of the purples and the blues, but not sure if I like the watercolor. Oh, it's still wet down here. I'll end up dragging my hand through that for sure. If I spent more time on this, I think I could get it where I was really happy. And I may finish it up later. But for a time constraint deal, I just got a beep on my phone that my friend Michelle just went live. I guess if you like to go watch Michelle, you better head over there. She just started. Because I'm taking up more time than I should. Now I'm going really fast, and that's not a good thing. I need to slow down. Nobody's kicking me off here, right? I think once I get this colored, we will splatter the whole thing with gold. That pencil's coloring really nicely today. This is a Shan, whatever that is. Whatever brand that is. Never heard of it. Don't even know where it came from, but it came from somewhere. Sandy says, I watched a video of John Cleese who said that Chen, we're being creative. There's no right or wrong. It helps creativity to say, what if I did, and then followed it being free of judgment. I agree with that. What if you try this? What if you do that? I agree with that. I love John Cleese. All right, let's splatter, shall we? I do think we shall. I love Monty Python. Can you see the splatters? I'm going to try to keep them up top here, but not going to be easy. And then I want them in the bottom. And I think what I can do is pick up this gold and get rid of it that went into the word creativity. Yep. And then I'm going to splatter a little bit with that iridescent white. Just really want it in the hearts. Oh, that went on really thick. Oh well. It is what it is. We'll put some down here. In the Albert Einstein part. Wipe off my table. And let's make sure there's none in the lettering. So I don't really want it there. All right, it's very pretty. Let's try it. Denise says, it's only paper, right? Yeah, it's only paper. Oh my gosh, I watched a video a couple of days ago. My friend Judith sent me where they made an album, like a journal or a scrapbook or whatever, a paper bag book out of giant grocery bags. And it turned out so cute. And Judith said, when are we doing this? And I said, well, I don't have that many paper grocery bags, so I'll have to start saving. But as soon as I save some, we'll try it. Looked like fun to me. Okay, so I don't like it without some white in the lettering, because I did get some there, so just want to finish that off a bit. Not much, but a little bit. But the hearts are really pretty. And we need a little white. And then we're done. Yeah, the girl used Trader Joe's bags and it came out so cute. It was huge when she was done. Like half of the size of a regular grocery bag. But it was really fun to watch her do it. She's also the girl who I watched not long ago do it with a small lunch bag. She's really into these bags. I do like the splatter on this. It's kind of quiet here without my honey bunches of oats. This will be the first time he left, or I left, without a dog. There's no dog here, and I may have to go get a dog. Could I just foster one maybe for a couple days? That sounds like a good plan for me. Be good to see if I was allergic to it or not. I've been so healthy without Charlie here, so sad. I had no idea how allergic to him I was until he passed away. Okay, I like it. It's very metallic. Hold on. We don't have a Kroger's near me. Whoever said to go get grocery bags at Kroger's. I don't think we have any here in California, or Northern California anyway. All right, I'm just going to do all of these. I was only going to do a couple, but then the more I put dots in, the more that needed dots. Okay, done. Hi, Anne. I just talked about our retreat. Okay, there we are. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Albert Einstein. Let's see what's in the book. Sorry for the bumpy ride up there. Here's our book. And this is going, okay, that's perfect. I had this heart over there, but I did not like it because I loved all the blue and the purple together. And I love all the colors here together. And then I'm going to write inspire here. And then we have how many more days? One. Whoop. 2, 3, 3 more days. Okay. I signed up and paid for Flights of Fancy, but I did not. You can still get there, Tina. Just ask to be part of the group and I'll let you in. And then we'll figure out what to do if you can't watch the videos for the next 25 days. Because I think I have 25 days left. Okay, so there we have our page. Have a really good day, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow when we have one more day of this. One more day. I'm excited. I think I'm going to write the word inspire before I leave. You know why? Because I can. And because I'm not shaking that badly. Got to use your abilities while you have them. There we go. That's nice and easy and simple. Is our bird Flights of Fancy class this morning? Oh, God. Is it? Oh, geez. It probably is. I better figure that out. I don't have anything prepared. I'm kind of a mess. I got to fix something else here, too, and then I'll leave. All of these need to be outlined more because the metallic took charge, took over. And you kind of lost the lines. I don't mind it on the strings, but I mind it on the hearts. And the pens don't like this metallic paint very well, but what can you do? I do like it better now. They kind of got lost when I dragged my hand through it. And that was not good. But, you know, you can fix anything, right? If I have taught you nothing, I have taught you that you can fix anything. Except maybe a broken heart. We don't have any broken hearts in our art. Broken heart art. Okay, happier now. Happier now. Looks better. Yeah, yeah. Creativity. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Albert Einstein. Love it. What time is the Flights of Fancy class? I don't know. I have to go look. I think it's 10 or 10:30. I better go eat a bowl of cereal. I don't have any cereal. I don't have any milk. I gotta go to the market. I gotta eat something. Might be a burrito. All right, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye.